What is this?
It's those monologue jokes you wanted. Remember, you said I could pay my rent with selling you jokes.
Yeah, I did say that, Tony, but if this is going to be the quality of your jokes, we might have to go back to you paying cash.
Come on, you can't do me like that. Like, I'm unemployable. I only have a degree in theater.
Thanks, David. See you at the game.
What was that about?
Fine, I guess you deserve to know. David's living backstage, and I'm agreeing to let him pay me rent and jokes.
Okay, but you just took it from him. You didn't even check to see if they were any good.
I'm sure they're fine.
Let's see about that. Let's see what we got here. We got an extensive list of things they don't say in Brooklyn.
See, that already sounds promising. What's the list?
Sleeves. Rear end.
Yeah.
Gal. Polka. About halfway to Brimson.
It's true, because they don't go to Brimson from there.
Well, it's not even by him. It's signed to Nick. These are just jokes that were too bad for even Nick, so he throws them in the trash. David picks them up, gives them to you. That's his rent.
Tony, while I agree that there's no way anyone in Brooklyn would ever say sleeves, you might have a point here. Now, I'm going to give you another chance. If you come back, you write some jokes, and they're of pretty good quality, we might use them on the show, okay?
All right. That's right. About time I start getting some respect around here.
You don't have respect around here.
I'm gonna get it.
Live from Andros and Kone in beautiful downtown Duluth, Minnesota, it's Twin Ports Tonight with Andrew Kira. Tonight, Ramona Marozas, Chani Ninneman, featuring the Twin Ports Tonight Band. I'm Steve Wyatt, now your host, Andrew Kira.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here tonight. Your applause, I had to cut off the band. They were playing so long, you were applauding so long. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, Andrew Kira. The man to my right is Mr. Steve Wyeth. Yeah. And this is Twin Ports Tonight. Yeah. I'd like to thank my live audience for being here tonight. And maybe some of you have been able to catch the show on TV and streaming online. Have some of you seen the show? Yeah, absolutely. And you know, a lot of people have been seeing it, and Steve, the reviews are in.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The reviews are in. Critics are calling Twin Ports Tonight the best late night talk show in southern St. Louis County. They're calling it that.
That's how you know we made it.
Yeah,
we made it.
Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah. And critics are also offering insight into our show for some of the viewers out there. They've said things like, PBS has programming at 10 p.m.? And what channel 8 is it on? I have 4 for some reason.
My favorite's the Create channel.
Yeah, I like Create. It's good stuff, man. Steve, you can get a show on Create. What would it be? What would you make?
I'd make bread pudding, and that would be it.
Every episode, you
Every
just
episode
make
is
bread
like bread
pudding.
This time I put blueberries in it.
Whole different process.
Huh?
Whole different process when you put the blueberries. But it's not just critics. It's not just critics and upset Austin City Limits fans that watch the show. No, our family and friends have been watching too. Yeah. And that's right. And what better feedback could we get about the show than feedback from our own moms?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
They have to love you.
Our moms have given us great feedback and encouragement. Yeah. There's a shot of my mom right there that you just saw. And, you know, moms have given us the feedback, some great feedback, such as, it was interesting. And you looked like you were having fun.
My mom said that to me.
Yeah. And then here's an actual picture of my mom watching the first episode of our show. That is what. That's true. That's her in the audience during the first episode of the show. It doesn't get any more real than that, Steve.
Yeah. It's an honest reaction from an honest mom.
Honest reaction, exactly. And as much as our moms have loved the show, some people think we've been a little bit unfair. You know, and not everyone, it's not many people, it's just, you know, Superior, Proctor, ESCO, Tofty, UMD, WDSE general managers, you know, anyone who's ever owned a hamster. But a lot of people really like the show. They've been telling us they liked it, and I was looking into the analytics of our show on our website of who's been watching the show. And it turns out that our #1 demographic, and this is true, is women between ages 25 and 34. That's true, absolutely, yeah. And that surprised me because Steve and I do so terribly with that demographic usually. Yeah. But together,
We're a team, baby.
we're a team, man. Teamwork makes the dream work, Steve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we're so happy with the show, and it's been so successful that we're now branching off into some other business ventures, right?
Yeah.
So we now are selling Twin Ports themed vape serum. Yes, we have all the flavors. We've got Paper Mill Potpourri. We've got Lake Superior Smelt. And my personal favorite, Denny Anderson's mustache.
It's got a particular musk to it, you know?
It does. Only his wife knows the real flavor.
Yeah.
But we've consulted with her.
Yeah. I think we got it.
And we've got another business too. It's called Banjo Boys. It's basically like Food Dudes, except with local singer-songwriters. So you just go on the app, and within about 5 minutes, Mark Gartman could be in your living room singing a sad song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for all the Mark Gartman fans out there. It's great for dates, though. It's great for dates.
Really help you them 25 to 34-year-olds.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a great show for you guys tonight. From Wise Fool Theater, we've got Chani Ninneman on the program. Yeah. Woo. We also have someone from the DNR talking about invasive species in our area. It's true, yes, absolutely. And we have Twin Ports dating connoisseur Ramona Marozas on the show. Yeah. Twin Ports Tonight Band, take it away. All right. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to Twin Ports Tonight. Yes, absolutely. How about giving it up for the Twin Ports Tonight band, ladies and gentlemen? You guys are working hard all night. And I'm very excited to welcome the first guest to the show tonight. She is a Twin Ports area dating connoisseur. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Ramona Marozas. Oh my gosh, Ramona, thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thanks for having me. You know, my mom was like, it's ridiculous that you're going on the show giving dating advice. She's like, you're more of like a dating failure than a dating connoisseur.
Well, but you're giving advice to us, so we can't be any...
I give good advice, I just don't follow it.
Okay, sure. Well, and moms give weird feedback, as we've already been through. Yeah. But anyway, so could you just maybe tell us about some of your experiences dating? What makes you such a connoisseur?
Okay, yes. So we all have different tastes, like a connoisseur. So we all have different dating tastes, and we know what. Sometimes we know what we like, sometimes we don't. But I was like, I'll try Tinder out because. But I always end up. I've only ever gone on one Tinder date, and I'll tell you about that. But I downloaded the app, and then I'll uninstall it like the next day and get cold feet. And I've never been able to keep it and actually do it seriously. But I went on this one Tinder date, and I thought I'll have this guy come for a group setting at Burrito Union because I was going out with my friends anyways. We were talking for a little bit, and so I was like, well, come meet me and some friends at Burrito Union, and then that just, it was a weekend, and it just ended in me having a little too much to drink and trying to feed him my burrito.
That's a weird ending to that, yeah.
The ending was like me taking an Uber home and him excusing himself very kindly. But and then I saw him out and about at different times later, and I realized that he is just like a very, you know, shy man, and so feeding him on the first date wasn't a good. That wasn't good at all.
Yeah. You thought that one was gonna pay off.
Well, he wasn't hungry, so he didn't order anything, but I had this amazing burrito, and there was steak and shrimp and all the fixings, and I was like, you have to try it all mixed together. It's just so good, and you know.
That's right. Well, but you know, a lot of people have problems dating, right? And so, I mean, there's people out there that maybe meet someone and then they never see them again, right? I mean, that's like
all
misconnections.
Yeah, and I actually printed off some misconnections from Craigslist because I think they're so funny. Also, I wonder how many people just respond to them to get a date.
Yeah, like
yeah, right. I've wondered about that.
Yes, I am the guy you saw.
Yes, exactly.
I just look very different.
Yeah.
So maybe Steve...
I've gained about 20 pounds since then. Yeah. Okay, so what's a misconnection?
Okay, so this one's interesting. Sexy prego blonde at first clinic in red Toyota car. I tried to feed your meter. I thought, wow, so pretty. Then you got out, and I seen your amazing body and smile. You look like you're going to be an amazing mom. And better, the way you spoke and smiled just showed how amazing you probably are.
Okay, well, I mean, it's nice, yeah.
That is both romantic and creepy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and while we still have you here, Steve, Steve's sitting to your left there, and we were thinking, because you say you give good dating advice, could you maybe give some advice to Steve?
I would love
What
to.
advice could Steve have for his dating life?
So we were talking about connoisseur and, wine connoisseurs and tasting, so would you say that you have a type or?
Yeah, I think I have a type.
Okay, so what's your type?
I tend to go like darker haired, like fuller figured.
Okay, so what about, and what do they like to do, or do they like to do what you like to do?
Yeah. No, it's all... There's where I'm going wrong. Like politically the same as me, interested in reading and theater.
Okay. What is your political party?
I would say I'm a Democrat.
I would also say don't talk politics.
Yeah.
On the dates.
I don't.
Even if they directly ask you, like she just did, don't even talk about it.
Yeah, they would just be like, oh, well, you'll have to find out.
Sure.
Or something.
All right, so Ramona, thank you so much for having you on the program. We're out of time, but I appreciate you coming on so much. Thank you so much. And we are going to be right back with a lot more Twin Ports tonight, right after this.
PBS is a private, non-profit corporation in partnership with its member stations. Non-commercial educational license who serve the American public with programming and service of highest quality, offering educational media that helps preparing children for success in school. We will now provide 30 seconds of education. Today's topic, the colors of change.
Autumn is a beautiful time of year, but do you know why we have fall colors? Basically, it's because green broadleaves, which are great at making food in summer, are useless in winter. So deciduous trees and other plants take steps to get rid of them. As days get shorter and cooler, plants break down chlorophyll in their leaves. Without this green mask, other colors in the leaf become visible, such as oranges and yellows. Chemical changes in the leaves also cause red pigments to form, making leaves look red or purple. Leaves get brighter in fall
You have been provided with 30 seconds of education.
You mind telling me what in the hippodrome's going on out there? We're getting our butts kicked by Babbitt.
But coach, we only got 3 players. That's no match for their 6. We don't even have a goalie.
I don't want to hear the excuses, Kay. We're the Turquoise Toboggans. We're the third best darn community hockey team in Eveleth. All right? We're losing. It's not working. We're losing 11-0 after the first period. Okay, I think I trained you a little better than that.
You didn't train us at all. We never practiced. You just kept taking us to the Hockey Hall of Fame and telling us to soak in the greatness.
Well, didn't you, though? Hobie Baker, Brett Hull, John Mariucci. Just breathing the same air they breathe. It's like someone just fresh Zamboni'd my lungs. Oh, man. All right. Besides, you don't really need to practice once your basic skills are there. You all know how to skate.
No, Coach, I can't skate. I don't know how much clearer I can be on this. I have a degenerative spinal condition.
Hey! I don't want to hear excuses, okay? Did I make excuses when I was playing in the 1994 Class AA State Championship? No, that's right. I didn't. I got out there, I pulled through in the third period, and I scored the last 2 goals in my hat trick, and I won the mother flopping state title. Oh, yeah. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, Coach, we all know it. I mean, they played that tape every morning on the ride to school.
I know. And now you're sitting here making excuses, all right? But here's the deal. I dominated that game, okay? And I still relive it every day of my life. I really, really do. Now, tried moving on with my life after that, but college hockey just wasn't for me. I was never a great student, you know. I had near genius IQ, but I wasn't what you'd call an academic, and not everyone can make it UWS as an exercise science major. So after I got done plowing through every Quick Trip employee in the area, I finally met Linda. We had a wonderful life together, leased a new SUV, got a nice little split-level house, even had 2 or 3 kids together. Yeah.
And maybe that would have been a better use of your time than trying to relive your glory days with some amateur hockey league.
Well, what do you expect me to do? Okay, Linda ran off and shacked up with Lance Carlson. And then I got sent up to the NERC just for trying to take my kids to a Wild game.
Coach, I didn't know that. That must really be tough.
Darn it, Swanson, I'm sick of your sarcasm, okay? It's a really hard time in my life, all right? Oh, gosh. But you know what? I tell you what, I don't even mind being locked up, okay? Gave me time to sit there and think, pretty much like just being in the penalty box for too few minutes, you know? You know what I'm saying? And when I was in there, I even got to read all 6 Harry Potter books.
But Coach, there's 7 Harry Potter books.
Swanson, I will cut you with your own skate and watch your weird spine body try to call to alert the authorities. Maybe then I could at least get sent back to the work farm.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Yes, darn it. You can win. For the last 6 days, my goal has been to coach an amateur team to the Northeastern Minnesota Regional Hockey League Consolation Playoff Bracket Novice Division. And I think we could do it if you just went out there and you tried. And maybe if I had another plaque to hang on the dashboard, they'd let me have my kids back then.
Coach, I don't think that's how that works. You know what? Never mind. We gotta pull together as a team, and we gotta win this one for Coach Anderson.
Yeah, for Coach Anderson.
For Coach Anderson.
Oh, darn it. Now you're gonna make me cry. All right, now let's go get out there and kick some Babbitt butt. All right, get it in here. All right, eliminate their esophaguses on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eliminate their esophaguses. Yeah! Let's go win some hockey. Welcome back to Twin Ports Tonight. We're Thank you for being here. We're very excited to welcome my next guest of the night. He is an expert with the DNR who talks about invasive species, trying to eliminate them in our area. Please welcome to the program, Mr. Tyler LaRose. Coming on the show, Tyler. So, Tyler, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Andrew. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know that invasive species can be a real problem in our area.
Absolutely, and given what a big factor our economy or what the environment plays in our local economy, I think it's really important that we as citizens realize what species threaten that environment.
Sure, okay, and so I see that you brought a couple of those species for us today, so can you talk about some of these invasive species?
Absolutely. So the first little misnomer about invasive species is that a lot of times we look at insects, we look at fish and things like that we hear on the news, but actually, a little known fact is that a large majority of our invasive species are actually plants.
Okay,
so
sure,
I actually found this one right outside the studio today. Yeah, well, go on.
Is it a dandelion?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that plant?
I actually don't know what it's called, but
okay.
But I can tell you this: it's got an oil on its skin, and what really makes this such a nuisance to us is that when the oil gets on your skin, it turns you into a libertarian.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. You don't.
How does it?
You don't want that.
No, I don't want that. How does that even happen?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Again, I'm not sure quite on the science yet. We're still looking at that.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, so now you've got another thing here in the terrarium, is that right?
Yeah, but have I ever explained to you how taxation is theft?
No, I don't think you have.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that later. Sure, so this one here is actually, we've all heard about the emerald ash borer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what I've got here actually is a member of the ash borer family. This is called the northern snow leopard frog.
How could that be related to the ash borer? That's a frog. An ash borer is an insect.
Nature sure is something, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah. All right, now listen. Yeah. All right, so tell me about this.
So anyway, this thing can eat any bird species in sight.
Wow.
What happens is the bird comes flying through, and all of a sudden it gets, ow, ow.
Oh, wow.
Ow, it hooked me. It hooked me.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. That was clearly a fishing lure.
I don't know what it was, but it hurt. It hurt really bad.
Okay, and now I've been told you have a third invasive species to bring to us today. Is that right?
Yeah, and this one's a big deal. This one's the biggest. In fact, I couldn't even bring it on stage. I was so concerned.
It's a big creature here.
I'm nervous, actually.
Okay,
so I was right to be nervous.
Take a look at it, Andrew. Take a look at it. Humans are the real invasive species.
Oh. All right, we clearly didn't learn anything from this. But I'll tell you what, I'm very excited to welcome our next guest. I'm very excited to welcome our next guest to the program. She is the artistic and executive director of Wise Fool Theater in Duluth. Please welcome to the show, Chani Ninneman. Chani, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. What am I sitting next to?
You're sitting next to an invasive plant that causes you to become a libertarian.
Oh, too late. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not a libertarian. I don't think I am. I'm not sure exactly what a libertarian is.
Sure. Okay. But yeah. But you do. So yeah, you're on the show now, and you do some. You sometimes come on to do TV appearances promoting Wise Fool Theater.
Yeah. So
tell us about the last time you were on.
This is going better than the last time I was interviewed on TV. I'm very comfortable on stage. That's awesome. But on television, back in 2010, I had the opportunity to take over the Haunted Ship, the Duluth Haunted Ship. And I thought, this is great. I've loved the Irvin forever. I'm going to maybe transition it from less traumatic scary to more fun scary.
Yeah.
And so we worked really hard on that. We started in April, and we worked, and we worked, and we worked. And then on opening night, Fox 21 comes down and is interviewing me in the hold. Some woos for Fox 21. And I'm so nervous. I don't. Television is hard. And so I'm talking about all these changes that we made and how I wanted to make it less traumatic. and the only thing that came out was, "Don't worry, it's not scary."
Promoting a haunted ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's already going better than that. But you direct Wise Fool Theater.
Thank you, friend.
You direct Wise Fool Theater, and so you do classic theater in the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a show coming out here pretty soon. Is that right?
Pretty soon, yeah. We're working on a recreation of Orson Welles in the Mercury Theater, doing The War of the Worlds.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, let's hear it for that. That's awesome. I'm actually in the production, so I have a little bit of a vested interest, but that sounds awesome. And so it's redoing the radio show, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Chani, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank all of my guests and all of my audience for being here tonight, and of course the Twin Ports Tonight Band. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching on TV. You can catch us next week on WDSE. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. That goes by so fast.